Hey guys, John here from etrailer.com, and today in our 2017 Toyota Highlander we are going to be installing the PTC Custom Fit Cabin Air Filter. And all this is designed to do is just clean the air that's coming into our vehicle. So we turn the AC or the heat on, it's going to keep out pollutants, it's going to keep out pollen, just going to clean everything, make sure that we're getting nice fresh air. Most of the time when you take your vehicle into the shop, this is something they're going to try to add on and ask you if you wanted to change it. It's actually very easy to do yourself, so I'll show you how it's done. So our cabin air filter is actually behind our glove box. Here on the passenger side, let's open up the glove box. The first thing we need to do is remove the shock here on the side. So what we need to do is just pull straight out on it towards the door, and it pops out of place. You won't damage this, so don't be afraid to put some force behind it, but it'll just pop right out of place. With the shock removed, the next thing we need to do is push in on the sides of our glove box. There's these stoppers on the inside that we need to push out of the way. Then we just simply pull the glove box down and out, and now we have access to where the air filter is stored. Here's where our cabin air filter is going to be stored, at the top left, so towards the driver's side of our Highlander. So we rotate this door down, and there's two tabs on either side of this next door. You press in and pull it out. Now we have access to our air filter. Simply pull it out. Let's take a look at it here. So here's what our old filter looks like. It is getting close to needing some changing, but it's not, too terrible. There's a pretty big contrast between the new one and the old one. It is recommended to change your air filter every 12 to 18,000 miles or once a year, whichever comes first. And one thing I'd like to note as we get ready to install this is there is a certain orientation you need to put your air filter. Just like at home, there's a certain way the air flows. This is the same way. So our old one has it facing up. Our new one has an arrow facing up. So we just need to make sure we put it in that way when we install it. If we forget which direction the airflow is supposed to be, which way the arrow needs to be pointing, it is on the door as well. So you can take note of that. All we need to do is just put our air filter back in place and then retrace our steps. So we'll put this door back in place. So you hear those snap. Push this access door up till it clicks. Now we're ready to put our glove box door back in place. So there's clips here that we're going to put in place. There's on either side. You do need to put them in place with the glove box down first. And then we know we'll have them in the right spot when this easily lifts up and just those stoppers pop back in place. If you don't get it right, it can be a little difficult to push it back in, so just make sure you have those hooks lined up correctly. The last step is to replace our shock. So just lift up our glove box and then pop that back in place. And this shock, all it does is just lowers our glove box slower so it doesn't come slamming down. But that's all we got to do to change our air filter on our 2017 Toyota Highlander.